A chance to bounce back for the Blazers here tonight at Memorial Park. Back-to-back games here in Quakertown for the now visiting Blazers, who will play as the road team in tonight's contest, facing off against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners, who took a trip up here to Quakertown last week. Hi, I'm Rocco Pellegrino, joined alongside nobody, just myself tonight here in the broadcast booth at Memorial Park. Quakertown against Scranton, a rematch from last week's midweek game in which the Miners took that one in resounding fashion, an 11-3 defeat of the Blazers, but these two teams have split the season series so far as the first matchup ended in a 3-1 win for the Blazers on the road. This is the third game of 6 for these interdivision opponents. Let's get you the starting lineups. First for the visiting Blazers, as this game was originally scheduled to start in Scranton, but the Blazers now will host, technically, the Miners at Memorial Park, but they will still operate as the road team, so they will bat in the top half of the inning. A little bit confusing, but figure it out as we go. So in the lineup, it'll be Casey Vaughn leading things off, which makes sense after the performance that we saw from him last night. He's playing third base. Mason Woolwine will bat second. Mike Pasco will pitch, and he will bat third as well. Dylan Broderick in the cleanup spot. Grayson Kovac will hit fifth. Luke Cayucci in the 6-hole. Logan Sig will bat seventh. Carter Ribbon at eighth. And Glenn Peischer, the catcher, getting his first start. That'll round out the lineup. On the hill for Scranton tonight, it'll be Elijah Pfeiffer, the right-handed freshman from Scranton University. Vaughn swings at the 2-0 pitch. That one goes fouled on the right field side. Count 2-1 to the leadoff hitter Casey Vaughn, 3 for 4 last night with a run scored. Started 3 for 3 as well. Vaughn, the hottest hitter on this team as of late. That's why he's hitting in the leadoff spot now as Pfeiffer readjusts the footing on the hill. 2-1 pitch on the way. And that's on the outer half of the zone. 2-2. Vaughn even with the count here. 2-2 from the righty Pfeiffer. He takes inside and the count moves full. The defensive lineup for the Miners. We'll get you that in a minute here after the payoff pitch from Pfeiffer. And he's rung up by the home plate umpire. Vaughn takes it. Strikeout number 1. And that's the leadoff man retired. The defensive lineup here for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners, from left to right in the infield, it'll be Luke Spencer, Jack Mathis, Jeremy Cawley, and Dylan Markert at first base. In the outfield, it'll be Botker, Melberger, and Kopak. The right-handed hitter, Mason Woolwine, turns on one foul down the left field side. Hit well. Count 0-1. Woolwine 2 for 8 overall against Scranton this season in the 2 games they've played thus far. That pitch misses outside. Pitch from Pfeiffer on the outer half of the zone. 1-2 here with 1 out. In the top half of the first, the technically road half of the first for the Blazers, as they were scheduled to be the away team on the road, but the game moved here to Memorial Park. The 1-2 pitch turned on left field, and that one's going to get down. It goes all the way to the wall. It's cut off by the left fielder. Digging into first and stopping there is Woolwine with a 1-out single. So an early hit for the Blazers with 1 out in the first. And Mike Pasco, the pitcher in this game, will come up to the dish. Pitch from Pfeiffer misses low and away. It's now 1-0 to the right-handed hitter. Pasco is 1 for 8 overall against Scranton this season in the 2 games they've played against them. Woolwine takes his lead from first. Ground ball to the third base side. Scooped up, going to 2 for 1. Over back to first in time for the double play. So a runner stranded on a Pasco ground out and a double play ball. So we'll move into the bottom half of the first, the home half of the first. Still scoreless here at Memorial Park. Mike Pasco on the hill for Quakertown here tonight as they look to bounce back from a sluggish offensive performance and a poor bullpen performance in which 14 walks were issued by the pen for the Orange and Black last night in the loss to the Pocono Timber Rattlers. First pitch from Pasco in there for a strike to Jack Mathis, the shortstop and the leadoff hitter. Scranton working the counts in the last week's game that allowed them to put up a huge offensive performance as there's a fly ball to shallow left field. And Sig is there to make the catch for out number 1. So Pasco on the hill today. Important for him to put up his solid outing as the bullpen has struggled for Quakertown. Pasco making his 4th appearance pitching this season. His last one, a start against Southside where he got the loss, but he did go 5 innings, allowed 6 hits and 2 runs, 5 strikeouts as well. So not a bad outing, just offense, unfortunately, not able to give him the support needed for a victory. 1-0 is the count here to Luke Kopak with 1 out in the home half of the first inning. 2-0 pitch, or 1-0 pitch misses to make it 2-0. Kopak, the right fielder in this game, and he launches one out to right field, and under it to make the catch is Woolwine for out number 2. 7:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at Memorial Park on this Wednesday night, June 19th, as the Blazers open game number 12. 4-7 in this season so far. They sit in the 4th spot in the ECCBL Northern Division. 2 quick outs for Pasco, and his first pitch here to the 3-hole hitter and the third baseman, Luke Spencer, is in for a strike. Infield from left to right is Vaughn, Ribbon, Cayucci, and Broderick for Quakertown as the 0-1 pitch is in there again. It's now 0-2 quickly. Logan Sig playing left field, Grayson Kovac out in center, and Mason Woolwine in right field. 0-2 pitch with 2 gone, low and away. Still a hot night here at Memorial Park, as that's been the case all week here in the Quakertown area, as Pasco's 1-2 misses upstairs. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not a lot of clouds in the sky here tonight. Sunny day, lights still off here at Memorial Park as the sun will set soon. 3-2 pitch makes it 3-2 as it misses high and inside. Infield played to their normal spots as the payoff pitch comes with 2 outs. This one's hit right over the shortstop, Carter Ribbon on a line, and he catches it backhand for out number 3. The home plate umpire signals it wasn't out, so we'll move into the second inning as the Blazers go 1-2-3. Still scoreless. Dylan Broderick due to lead things off here for the Blazers in the top of the second inning. Rocco Pellegrino here tonight, joined alongside nobody else as Julia couldn't make it tonight. This game moved to Memorial Park, originally scheduled to be played at the home field of the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners. 1-0 pitch misses, it's 2-0 to Dylan Broderick. Broderick hitting in the cleanup spot, batting .294 this season. Pitch from Pfeiffer on the inside corner, 2-1. Blazers stranded one runner with a hit in the first inning. Casey Vaughn struck out. Mason Woolwine reached aboard with a single. And then Mike Pasco grounded out into a double play as Broderick takes that pitch low. It's 3-1. Blazers offense kind of struggling here at home at Memorial Park, and as of late overall as Broderick fouls that one back. It's 3-2. Haven't scored more than 4 runs in a game since June 4th. That's now an 8-game skid. The 2 wins in that span where they've been 2-6. Scores of 3-1 and 2-1, so it's required nice outings from the pitching staff as the 3-2 was in there on the outer half of the zone for a backwards K. The second of the night for Pfeiffer. So Grayson Kovac, the center fielder, batting in the 5 spot, will come to the dish here. Kovac 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts yesterday. Goes first pitch swinging and flies it foul down the third base side. Kovac hitting 179 through the opening 11 games of the year. He takes that pitch way low.
Batter number 14, counts 1-1.
Count 1-1 here to Kovac. The pitch from Pfeiffer. He turns on one out to left field, and it's hooking foul. Well hit as it stops at the base of the wall, but just a tad early. Kovac now down to the count at 1-2. One retired here in the top half of the second. Broderick retired via a backwards K. And now Kovac at the plate in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch from Pfeiffer. It bounces, and it's 2-2. Blazers yesterday were 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. As the 2-2 pitch, check swing, they defer down to the field ump, and they say Kovac went, and he's down looking. Back-to-back Ks now for Pfeiffer, his 3rd of the night via the backwards K. So Luke Caiucci to the plate now, batting in the 6th spot. The second baseman will come to the plate. Caiucci yesterday 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Takes the first pitch and misses. Pfeiffer holds at the hip and fires a 1-0 and gets a swing and a miss. Count now 1-1 with 2 outs. Caiucci batting just over the 200 mark. Hitting .207 so far this season. One pitch. Misses low and away. Caiucci digs back in. He's ahead in the count at 2-1. Back-to-back backwards Ks for Elijah Pfeiffer on the hill. This one's foul down towards the Scranton visiting dugout. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Deuces are wild on the scoreboard. As Caiucci, the second baseman, at the plate. Pfeiffer holding towards the hip. And the windup, the pitch. Backdoor slider, got him looking again. 3 straight backward Ks for Elijah Pfeiffer. 3 straight strikeouts, and we'll head into the home half of the second inning. Still scoreless here at Memorial Park. Bottom of the second inning, still scoreless. It's Nate Dudek coming to the plate. He pitched in the game last week against Quakertown. A win for the Miners as he takes a first pitch strike. Scranton went down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Still Mike Pasco on the hill as the outfield shades a little bit to the right. As the left-handed hitter at the plate, he takes that, and it's now 0-2. Pasco holds up towards the Blazers lettering. And his 0-2 pitch way outside. Just got away from him there. Slipped out of the hand as he shares a laugh with the batter, Nate Dudek. One-two pitch is fouled back off the glove of the catcher, Glenn Peischer, who is making his first start of the season here tonight. Casey Vaughn playing third base, Carter Ribbon, the shortstop, Luke Cayucci at second base, Dylan Broderick at first for the Blazers defensively. As Pasco's 1-2 pitch, off speed, got him looking, a backwards K of his own. Dudek down on strikes, and the catcher, Gavin Lecoe, will come to the plate. So Pasco, 4 for 4 and retiring batter so far. He gets a first pitch swinging strike from Gavin Lecoe. Swinging there again from Lecoe, and he fouls that one out of play. One 0-2 pitch misses there. Count moves to 1-2. Pasco's 1-2 pitch just misses. Lecoe, the catcher, number 18, rocking the white batting helmet, matching with the all-white visiting uniform of Scranton. He takes the 2-2 pitch. Count moves full. 1 out here in the bottom half of the second. Outfield and infield played to the normal depths as the payoff pitch misses high and inside. Nice at-bat there from Lecoe as he works a walk. So Devin Markert will come to the plate here for the Miners as they have a runner aboard on first. The first base runner of the night for them. Pasco's first offering. It's chopped right back up the middle. Could be 2. Ribbon steps on second for 1 and over to first in time for the double play. Nice execution there by the infield of the Blazers. They strand a runner on first and they get out of the inning. We'll move into the third. It's still scoreless here at Memorial Park. Logan Sig due to lead things off here for the Blazers as Sig, the right-handed header, takes the first pitch in for a strike from Pfeiffer. We had some music coming from behind Memorial Park, which was causing the brief delay there. Sig swings to that one and fouls it down the third base side. Three strikeouts for the Blazers in the second inning. Chance here in the road half of the third to get things going. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss from Logan Sig. And he's down on strikes. Four straight strikeouts. Pfeiffer now coming to the plate as the catcher making his first start. Takes that pitch low for a ball, 1-0. First appearance for Pfeiffer in the 2024 season. Swings at that offering. Skied in the air, towering fly ball, ranging into the right fielder, Kopak, and he's under it to make the catch. So Carter Ribbon will come to the plate here with 2 outs in the road half of the third. The Blazers operating as the away team in this game, despite it being here at Memorial Park, as the game was scheduled to be played in Scranton, then moved here. Ribbon digs in and swings at the first offering, and he misses. 0-1. Ribbon 0 for 3 with a walk yesterday. Hitless in his last 3 games. Looking to snap the skid here as he turns on one down the left field side, and it goes foul. Hard hit ball, but just a tad early. Now down to the count at 0-2. Scranton used to playing in these low-scoring games. Yet to allow more than 3 runs in the last 5. They're 4-1 in the last 5. The pitch, it misses. Count moves to 1-2. Same story with the Blazers, who have the lowest offensive output in terms of runs scored in the ECCBL. 1-2 pitch from Pfeiffer, and it's a swing and a miss from Carter Ribbon. He's down on strikes. Another strikeout once again for Pfeiffer. He gets his 6th of the night, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for him. So we'll move into the bottom half of the third. Still scoreless here at Memorial Park. Josh Botker will lead things off here for the Miners as the 7-5 record visiting team looks to extend their winning streak of 2 games. First pitch in for a strike. Winners of their last 5 games. They haven't allowed more than 3 runs since Saturday, June 8th. Hard hit ball down to the left field line, and it goes foul just before reaching beyond the third base bag. Last time they allowed more than 3 runs was that doubleheader against the South Jersey Kings. Score of that game was 6-3. They suffered a defeat. Following game was a 3-1 loss to the Blazers. And then since then, winners of 4 of their last 5, and the pitching staff has been elite. Pasco is offering misses there. The Miners opened their season 1-2 after splitting a doubleheader, then suffering a loss to the Pocono Timber Rattlers. Since then, they've been on fire. It's a backwards K looking for Mike Pasco as he gets Botker on strikes. So Jeremy Cawley comes to the plate now as the 8-hole hitter and the first baseman looking for the first base runner of the inning. Pasco's offerings in for a strike. It's 0-1. Outfield shifted a tad towards left field. The 0-1 pitch, skied back out of play. We thank you for joining us tonight on the Blazers YouTube channel. Just Rocco Pellegrino here tonight in the booth. No Julia Henry. She could not make it here tonight to Wednesday's game. They got moved to Memorial Park. This one skied in the air, foul out of play. Count stays 0-2 to Cawley. Cawley 2 hits in his last outing against Southside. He was 2 for 4. Boosted his batting average up to 172 on the season. 0-2 pitch with 1 out here in the bottom half of the third on the way from Pasco. It's a chopper right to third. Vaughn has it on 1 hop. He throws across the diamond, and it is in time. A lunging Dylan Broderick comes through there with the infield assist, we'll call it, for out number 2. So now it's Evan Melberger. He led off the game against Quakertown, and now batting in the 9 spot, so kind of acting as another leadoff hitter, turning the lineup over from the 9 spot. 2 outs from Pasco quickly in the bottom half of the third. Outfield shifted towards right field. Here's the pitch from Pasco, and it's shot right over to right field, but it's shallow, and Mason Woolwine is awaiting it under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Mike Pasco, his second of the night. We'll head to the 4th. Still 0-0. Top of the order for the Blazers and Casey Vaughn coming to the plate. They've had a base runner, but then Mike Pasco grounded into a double play to end the top half of the first inning. So as a result, top of the order due up here in the fourth. Casey Vaughn takes the first pitch in for a strike, and the second one is also on the insides of the zone. It's now 0-2. Quickly to the leadoff hitter and the third baseman, who boosted his average from 308 to 367 last night. That pitch misses way outside. It's 1-2. Vaughn in the midst of a 2-game hitting streak, and he's getting on base at a high rate. Just over half of his ABs are ending with him on base, a 51.3 on-base percentage. He fouls this one back, staying alive in the 1-2 count. Elijah Pfeiffer, the righty, still on the hill for the Wilkes-Barre Miners. Pfeiffer up to 6 strikeouts already. 6 of the 9 batters retired via strikeout. Looking for another one here as Vaughn has one in on the hands. It's a infield pop-up, and under it is Marker, the first baseman, for out number 1. So Mason Woolwine will come to the dish now. He has the lone hit on the night for Quakertown. Then he was thrown out on a force out to second. Pasco grounded into a double play. Takes the first pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Woolwine hitting .258 so far, an .858 OPS. He's third highest on the team for Quakertown. As Pfeiffer's 0-1 pitch misses low and away. Way outside, it's 1-1. Lights have turned on here at Memorial Park, as the sun will gradually set here at the 7:43 mark on this Wednesday evening. Time called by the home plate umpire. Pfeiffer looking towards his catcher, Leco, behind home plate. And his 1-1 pitch with one out here in the fourth inning is bobbled by Luke Spencer at third base on a hard ground ball. And Woolwine is aboard. So Woolwine able to reach aboard safely in both of his ABs. And now Pasco, who grounded into a double play in his first at-bat, into the right-handed batter's box. He'll step. Pfeiffer up to 45 pitches. Woolwine takes his lead at first. He's 4 for 4 swiping bags so far this year. First pitch misses high. Throw back over to first is not in time. I scored it as an error, the ground ball from Mason Woolwine. That's in for a strike. Count moves even 1-1. Call it whatever you like. Outfield shifted just a tad towards left as Pasco with the tall stance with a runner going. Pitch misses low and away, and it pulls Leco away from home plate. So Woolwine's in with his 5th stolen base of the year. Still perfect.
Hey, John, can you clear the air, please? And put it up on the minor box score.
Pitches hit hard down the left field side. Count moves even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still one out here in the top half of the fourth. A runner in scoring position in Mason Woolwine. Quakertown was 1 for 12 last night with runners in scoring position. Their first opportunity here to change the tide. 2-2 pitch. Pfeiffer looks the runner back. And this one's flown out of play. Quakertown struggled in the middle of the week in the 3 games last week, as they hit just 100 with runners in scoring position, stranding 57 runners as Pasco swings and misses at the off speed, and he's down on strikes. The 7th strikeout of the night for Pfeiffer. He is dealing here. So 2 gone as Broderick comes to the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. First pitch swinging, and it goes foul. This is Pfeiffer's second appearance against Quakertown. The last one was on June 11th, that middle of the week game. He went 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, no runs. He's pitched well here. 0-1 is the count to Dylan Broderick, the cleanup hitter, who started last night's game on the hill for the Blazers as the off-speed with some nice movement. Misses low and away. It's 1-1. Broderick with 2 RBIs to his name here with a runner in scoring position. He swings and misses at the 1-1. It's 1-2. The Blazers left 21 runners stranded on base last night. Woolwine on second with 2 gone here in the top half of the 4th and a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Pfeiffer. Flown back out of play. Staying alive is Broderick. Blazers' batting average as a team did increase from 221 to 226, so they had the hits last night, just unfortunately not at the opportune times. 1-2 count with 2 gone. Hard hit ground ball fouled on the third base line. Not a lot of wind here tonight as the American flag out in center, shifting and swaying from left to right, ever so slightly. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Inside. Nice take from Broderick. He stays alive, 2-2. The outfield shades towards left field a tad as Pfeiffer looks Woolwine in scoring position back, and he's off. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss from Broderick. The 8th strikeout of the night for Elijah Pfeiffer. He is dealing, and it shows on the scoreboard. Still scoreless as we head into the home half of the 4th. Jack Mathis will lead off here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Still continues to sound a little weird as the Blazers are the away team in this game despite it being played at Memorial Park. Pasco still on the hill. His first pitch of the inning misses outside to Mathis. Both teams with their leadoff hitters in the game leading off in the 4th, which is never a great sign unless you turn the lineup over already, but that was not the case. This one's flown back into the protective netting. Count moves to 1-1. Pasco issued a walk and 2 strikeouts, up to 33 pitches. He's been rather efficient. Holds at the hip, the windup, and the 1-1 pitch is in for a strike. Mathis, the shortstop, flew out to left field in his first appearance. Infield and outfield played to their normal spots and depth. 1-2 on the way from Pasco. Ducking down is Mathis to avoid it. .325 to the left and right field foul pole. .390 to dead center and into the gaps in left and right center. It's .365 here at Memorial Park. Charged right back up the middle. Played on a hop by a ribbon across in time for out number 1. Talked about the walkie-talkies last night and how I was unable to operate. I'm sure you can hear them here tonight. We have successfully figured out how to operate the walkie-talkies. Glad to report. 1 out here in the inning as Mathis is retired. So now it's Luke Kopak, the right fielder. Flew out to right field in his first appearance. Pitch from Pasco. Inside, misses 1-0. Outfield shifts towards left field. That one's in the zone. 1-1 now to Kopak. Love the walkie-talkie noises. It's great. 1-1 pitch with 1 out. That one just misses. No longer using the light bulb button after last night's debacle that I shared with you guys on the broadcast with Julia as well. We finally have figured out how to work the walkie-talkies. A great sign. Kopak's ahead of the count at 2-1. The 2-1 misses low. 3 balls and a strike. Pitch from Pasco with 1 out. That bounces in the dirt. And Kopak works a gentleman's walk. Second walk of the night issued by Pasco. Runner on first, he's going. Kopak moving down to second. The throw from Peischer is offline. He swipes the bag. He's into scoring position. Logan Sig, the left fielder. Grayson Kovac in center for the Blazers. Mason Woolwine out and right. And from left to right in the infield, it's Vaughn, Ribbon, Cayucci, and Broderick. Here's the 0-1 pitch with 1 out. The off speed just misses. It's 1-1. Kopak able to swipe the bag at second as he takes his lead. This one's a towering fly ball. Moving in is Mason Woolwine. He's under, and he'll make the catch for out number 2, and Kopak stays at second. So Nate Dudek to the plate now, the DH hitting in the cleanup spot. The left-handed hitter will dig in with a runner on second base to face Mike Pasco, the right-handed pitcher. Outfield shifted a tad towards right field as Grayson Kovac plays to the right of the 390 sign. Here's the first pitch of the AB. It's in for a strike. Dudek a backwards K in his first appearance. Kopak stands on second, not dancing all that much. He takes a small lead, and now he'll move back as Pasco takes a step off the mound. The Miners 7-5 so far through 12 games in this season, and that one gets away from Pasco. The second time we saw it tonight, it goes all the way to the backstop, and Peischer corrals it, staying at third is Kopak. This Miners team currently the second seed in the Northern Division. which would yield a play-in game against the 3 seed, which is currently the Pocono Timber Rattlers, who Quakertown lost to last night. 2 and 3 seeds will play against each other in a play-in game and then play the 1 seed in the opposite division in the semifinals of a best-of-3 series. Winners of those 2 playoff matchups will play in the championship game, not a series, just a 1 game to decide it in the ECCBL inaugural season. Dudek at the plate now in the left-handed batter's box. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th, standing on third, 90 feet away is Kopak. The pitch from Pasco, skied in the air out to right field. Wool winds under it, and he'll make the catch. Stranding another runner is Mike Pasco. He gets out of the 4th unscathed. We move to the 5th. It's still scoreless here at Memorial Park. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up here for the Blazers. Grayson Kovac will lead things off. Kovac a backwards K in his first appearance. He goes first pitch swinging a hard hit ground ball to short. Takes a weird hop. Throw across the diamond on a bounce. It gets by the first baseman. Kovac is aboard with a leadoff infield hit. Shortstop Jack Mathis, the leadoff hitter, had trouble there corralling that one. Took a weird hop on the grass and the infield dirt. Pitch from Pfeiffer. Hard hit ground ball right back up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Wide turn from Kovac, but will stop there. And Luke Cayucci goes first pitch swinging, and he's aboard as well. Back-to-back hits. So Logan Sigg will come to the plate here as we're going to have a quick mound visit for the Miners. We'll see if they go to the bullpen. It looks like somebody's coming in here. So we'll step aside quickly as we await and see who the new pitcher will be. Stay with us here on the Blazers YouTube channel as Quakertown has runners on first and second. Stay with us. New pitcher for the Miners in Dustin Ferraro, the reliever, will enter, making his 5th appearance this season. He was operating with a scoreless streak to start the year until his last performance against Quakertown. So they've seen him before. Logan Sigg places down a bunt. It goes in the air. They'll let it go fouled on the third base side. Heads up play there by the catcher, Gavin Lako. That bunt hung up in the air as well. It's runners on first and second for Logan Sigg. Ferraro, in his last appearance against Quakertown, 2 innings pitched, he faced 11 batters through 44 pitches. 3 hits, 3 earned runs. He was scoreless until then in the earned runs category. Runners take their lead. Sigg shows bunt, pitches way up high. Count now 1-1 from Ferraro to Sigg, the righty-righty matchup. 7th hitter in the order for the Blazers as they've had the first 2 hitters of the inning reach aboard safely. 1-1 pitch. Sigg shows bunt, placed down perfectly. The first baseman Markert's in, covering the bag as the second baseman Cawley. And the runners advance to second and third. So now it's the 8-hole hitter and the catcher, Glenn Peischer. Peischer flew out to right field in his first AB. As Kovac stands on third, Cayucci at second. Sacrifice bunt advances the runners. First pitch misses outside from Ferraro. Count 1-0. Blazers looking to score first in this game, which would be the 5th time this year. They're 3-1 when doing so. In the other 7 games, they're 1-6 when the other team scores first. 1-0 pitch from Ferraro. It misses low. It's 2-0. Three hits for the Blazers in this game as Pasco, operating on the hill for Quakertown. He's pitched a gem so far, and I won't tell you how good of a gem. That one's in for a strike. Count moves to 2-1. If you get where I'm going with that. Kovac stands 90 feet away. A sacrifice opportunity here with 1 retired. In the top half of the 5th for the quote-unquote road team of Quakertown. Skied in the air, it's in the infield. A towering pop-up. Mathis, the shortstop, calling everybody off, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So now it's up to Carter Ribbon to come through with a base hit to try to score the opening run in this game. Could have predicted this would be a low-scoring game as these 2 teams with the lowest offensive output so far in the ECCBL. 37 total runs for Quakertown, 45 for Scranton. Hard hit liner out to left field, moving back a few steps is Botker, but he's there to make the catch. It's hit right at him, and the Blazers strand another 2 runners. So we head into the bottom half of the 5th. Still scoreless, 0-0 between the Miners and the Blazers. It'll be 5-6-7 due up for the Miners. Gavin Lako, the catcher, will lead things off. It'll be the Miners looking for the first run of the game as they try to strike first. The Blazers have done so in 4 of their 11 games. It's gone well for them when they do it. First pitch from Pasco is in for a strike. Talked earlier about Pasco's great performance on the hill so far. It's been really, really good, and I'm going to leave it at that. That's in for a strike. It's 0-2. Just hint that there may or may not be a 0 in a column on the scoreboard. Outfield shifted a little bit to left field as Pasco holds at the hip. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He gets Lako. Issued a walk to him in his first AB. Now gets him swinging. 3-pitch strikeout to start the bottom half of the 5th. And Pasco only up to 51 pitches, which is huge, as the Blazers bullpen not great. They issued 14 walks last night. Dylan Broderick, the starter, only issued 1, so 15 total in that game. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-0 to Marker. First baseman grounded into a double play, 6-4-3 in his first appearance. 1-0 pitch. The off speed is in there. Count moves even, a ball and a strike. This one's flown hard back into the protective netting, and the count moves to 1-2. Glenn Pleicher behind the plate, catching for Quakertown, making his first start. 1-2 is the count to the first baseman, Marker. The fastball gets him swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Pasco. A lot of strikeouts in this game. 8 strikeouts for Pfeiffer in his 4 innings for the Miners. And for Pasco, he's now up to 4. Blazers looking to battle back into the playoff spot. That pitch missed. That one misses low as well. Count moves to 2-0. Three hits for the Blazers in this game offensively. And that pitch misses outside. Quick 3 balls and no strike count to Botker. Botker struck out looking in his first appearance, continuing to take pitches here. Just going the other direction. 2 outs in the 5th. Here's the pitch. In for a strike. Vaughn, Ribbon, Cayucci, and Broderick the infield from left to right. Sig, Kovac, and Woolwine in the outfield. Here's the pitch from Pasco, and the 3-1 misses. He issues his 3rd walk of the night, and Botker will take his base. So Jeremy Cawley to the plate now. He grounded out in his first appearance to third base. Runner on first for Mike Pasco, operating as he gets a first pitch foul back into the backstop. For Mike Pasco, 59 pitches thus far through 4 2/3. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and an important 0 in one of the columns. Actually, 2 of the columns. Believe in the announcer's jinx, which I'm sure if you've tuned in throughout the season, Julie and I have shared that belief, so I will continue to not say it. Runner on first in Botker. Cawley at the plate. 0-1 pitch, the runner goes. Pitch misses outside, the throw down from Pleicher is high, and Botker steals the bag. Second time of the night that a batter for the Miners walks and then steals a bag. The last time it was Gavin Lako, the catcher. This time it's Josh Botker. Second stolen base for the Miners. Cawley Even in the count at 1-1. This pass goes offering. Chopped right back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Ranging over is Cayucci, and it skies into center. He corrals it on one hop. The throw down is not in time. A run will score. Back over to second, and Cawley's there safely. The Miners strike first on a hard hit ground ball up the middle, and it's 1-0. So Melberger to the plate now as the Miners break the scoreless streak through 4.5 innings. Two outs, though, still in the bottom of the fifth. As Pasco looks towards his catcher, Peischer. He's looking back to second now. As Cawley stands there in scoring position. He's swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Logan Sigg calling everybody off, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the scoreless tie is broken in the bottom half of the fifth as the home Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners score first on a hard hit ball up the middle from Jeremy Cawley. So we'll head into the top half of the 6th inning as Quakertown looks to bounce back in this 1-0 deficit. Top of the 6th inning, and it's the top of the order for the Blazers. Talking during the break about whether to score that a hit, I can now say that it was because Mike Pasco had a no-hitter going, if you weren't catching on. Unfortunately, the announcer's jinx came through either way. In my opinion, I think it's rewarded as a hit to Jeremy Cawley. Call it whatever you'd like, as was a possible play to be made by Luke Cayucci at second, but ball took a spin and a hard hop, ranging all the way back towards the outfield grass through the hole. Count 1-1 to Casey Vaughn, the leadoff hitter. Pitch to him, he takes it. And it's in for a strike. Count now 1-2. It's still Dustin Ferraro on the hill for the Miners. Vaughn is 0 for 2 on the night with a backwards K and a fly out to first base. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Ferraro. It's in the dirt. Vaughn leading the team, or at least the team that's currently out there for the Blazers in OPS. Jackson Schollenberger actually leads the team in OPS at 972. Vaughn at 946, but Schollenberger not starting in the last 2 games. Here's the pitch. Vaughn ropes one right out to shortstop, and Mathis has a corral right off of his glove, and that'll drop in for Mason Woolwine to come up to the plate with Casey Vaughn on first. Calling that one an E6, but whatever you want to call it. Open to interpretation. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop by Lako. As he Is able to prevent that one from hitting the backstop. 1 for 2. Base hit and an error. He was able to reach on in his second AB. That one's in for a strike. Count now 1-1. Casey Vaughn, who's been reaching at an above 50% rate in his on-base percentage, he stands on first. Here's the pitch. And the 1-1 misses inside. It's 2-1. Woolwine now up to a 4-game hitting streak as he extended that here tonight. Mike Pasco stands on deck. He's got a 3-game hitting streak of his own. Here's the pitch. Ferraro misses inside again. It's 3-1. Pasco 0 for 2, so still trying to extend that here in the top half of the 6th inning. 3-1 is the count from Ferraro to Mason Woolwine. Casey Vaughn on first. He takes his lead. Hard hit. Liner right through. It gets by Luke Spencer. Right down the left field line. James Botker's there. Runner stops at second. Walkie-talkie still coming through. Mike Pasco now coming to the plate with runners on first and second. So Pasco trying to give himself some much-needed offensive run support. He's allowed only 1 hit in this game. Runners on first and second, and he hits one deep out to center field. Melberger ranging back, and he's under it to make the catch. His hat flies off, and he dishes it into the cutoff man, and the runners retreat. So Pasco with some nice contact on the first pitch. But it yields nothing except an out. So Dylan Broderick comes up now. 2 runners aboard for the Blazers. A runner in scoring position, which has been not so great for the orange and black. They're hitting just above the 125 mark in the last 4 games here with runners in scoring position. Broderick takes that pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. Casey Vaughn stands on second. Mason Woolwine at first. The pitch from Ferraro, the reliever, a hard fastball. That's blown by Broderick. It's 0-2. Broderick 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Trying to extend a 3-game hitting streak. Here's the 0-2 from Ferraro. Backwards K, the home plate umpire rings him up. 3rd of the night for Broderick. So Kovac will come up now. He was left stranded back in the top half of the 5th inning. Backwards K in his first appearance. As he takes the first pitch outside, it's 1-0. 2 outs here in the 6th. Outfield shades towards left field. It's the Blazers out hitting the Miners in this game 6-1, but the scoreboard says otherwise. It's 1-0 Scranton. That pitch misses high. It's 2-0. Runners at second. It's Casey Vaughn in at first, and Mason Woolwine. They take their lead. As Ferraro looks him back, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Kovac. Count 2-1. Kovac yesterday 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, but the prior game in the Saturday doubleheader, he was the hero in game 1. The walk-off base hit through the hole in between short and second to win the game. 2-1 pitch with 2 gone. High and inside. It's 3-1. An E6 and then a base hit down the third base line from Mason Woolwine. That's how we got here. Here's the 3-1 with 2 gone. Swing and a miss from Kovac, and the count moves full. Big spot here for Kovac. 2 gone in the 6th. The runner in scoring position in Casey Vaughn. Ferraro, the reliever, looks him back. Here's the payoff. Flown in the air. It's popped up. Shallow infield and foul territory, and the first baseman, Markert, calls everybody off. to make the catch as the Blazers strand two once again. So we'll move into the bottom home half of the 6th inning as the Miners look to extend their 1-0 lead. Jack Mathis due to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning as the Miners nurse a 1-run lead. First pitch swinging from him, still Pasco on the hill, and he pops this one up right to the second baseman, Cayucci, for out number 1. So now it's Luke Kopech coming to the dish. It's the top of the order, starting things off here in the bottom half of the 6th for the Miners. First pitch taken, and it misses. Count it, 1-0. Still the same infield and outfield personnel for the Blazers. Casey Vaughn, Carter Ribbon, Luke Cayucci, and Dylan Broderick in the infield as this one's flown towards the visiting bullpen. Foul. And one hops right off the wall. Count even at a ball and a strike to Kopech. He's walked and flown out to right field. Stranded at third base. And he takes in for a strike. Kopech advanced to second on a stolen base and then a pass ball over to third. It's left there 90 feet away. 1-2 pitch, goes opposite field on a ground ball right to Broderick. He scoops it up and flips over to Pasco, who flies over to first for out number 2. So now it's Luke Spencer. Spencer lined out right to shortstop, then flew out to right field in his first 2 ABs. Mike Pasco up to 68 pitches, 42 of them strikes or balls in play. He's only allowed 1 hit and 1 run. It was unearned, as they called it a hit/error, which is unique, but hey, why not? 0-1 the count here to Spencer. 2 outs in the home half of the 6th inning. Here at Memorial Park, he takes that pitch, and it misses. Count at 1-1. 2 gone here in the bottom half of the 6th as Spencer, the third baseman, at the plate. The 1-1 pitch misses low and away, and the count moves to 2-1. Outfield shifted towards left field as Grayson Kovac plays to the left of the second base bag. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Pasco. In there for a strike. It's 2-2. Pasco looking for his third 1-2-3 inning of the night in this very high-quality start. Here's his 2-2 pitch with 2 gone. In on the hands, popped up in the infield. Broderick's under it, and he makes the catch. Another great inning from Pasco. 1-2-3, he gets out of it, and we move into the 7th. The Miners still lead 1-0. The freshman from Wilkes, the new pitcher, in for the Miners as the day is done for the first reliever of the game in Dustin Ferraro. Final line for him, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, and a strikeout. Final line for Eli Pfeiffer, the starter in this game, 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs. Hard hit ground ball through the left side, and Cayucci is aboard with a leadoff base hit. So Logan Sigg will come to the plate now. A sacrifice bunt in his last appearance that got the runners and Grayson Kovac and Luke Cayucci over. Now up to the plate in a similar situation, but take a base hit. Throw over to first from Grodak. Cayucci's there safely. Grodak, the freshman from Wilkes in this game. Third pitcher of the game as this is a bunt placed down from Sigg. It's way inside and high. So the home plate umpire is going to say he was out. It looks like he came out of the baseline, I believe. Now they're saying Cayucci's coming back, so I guess they're saying out of the baseline, yeah. Looks like Sigg. So out of the baseline, so the runner also has to return in Cayucci. Never had to score an out of the baseline, so you know what the abbreviation is on that? Interference. We'll go on. Yeah, sure. INF.
Hey, John, can you clear that hit off the scoreboard, please? Just the hit marker.
walkie-talkies are helping hands here. Third base coach for Quakertown, Mike Fitzgerald, talking something over the manager of the team. Confusing play there as Carter Ribbon was also talking with some of the staff of the Blazers on what that call was. So Cayucci still on first. It's 1 out as Sig came out of the baseline. Forces the runner back. Glenn Peischer, the catcher, at the dish. Snap throw back over from Grodak. Cayucci's there safely. Peischer's 0 for 2 on the night. Flew out to right field and then flew out in the infield to shortstop in his second appearance. Pitch misses Grodak. Either unhappy about the placement of the pitch or the call from the home plate umpire. But either way, it's a ball, 1-0. Cayucci 2 for 3 stealing bags this year. He stands on first, and the infield in on the hands pop-up goes right over the Cauley, the second baseman, and throw over to first. A close play, but Cayucci's back. 2 outs in the inning now. So Peischer now 0 for 3, and Carter Ribbon comes to the plate. First pitch swing, it's fouled right back into the catcher's mess. Lako's all right. Shrugs it off. Ribbon 0 for 2 on the night. Strikeout for his first appearance and then flew out to left field. That strikeout in his first appearance was the 6th of the night for Pfeiffer, the starter. He ended up with 8 total. Great outing for him, to say the least. The runner Cayucci takes his lead, and a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Blazers have left 6 stranded so far in this game thus far. Runner on first and Cayucci with 0-2. And 2 outs. Popped up in the infield again. And Mathis charges in the infield grass, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So another runner left stranded for the Blazers as Ethan Grodak, the reliever, gets out of the inning with 1 left aboard. So we move into the home half of the 7th. The score, 1-0, the Miners lead. It is 4-5-6 here for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners. Due to lead things off, Gavin Lako. And it's actually a pinch hitter. That's why the numbers aren't aren't working out. It's Patrick Munley into the game. Takes that one in for a strike. Munley is in for Nate Dudek, the DH. And the cleanup hitter. Dudek 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. Now it's Munley in his position, not Gavin Lako, the catcher. Pitch is flown out of play. Count moves to 1-2. Figuring out the offensive and defensive substitutions. Defense for the Blazers remains the same as we currently speak. Pasco still on the hill, and he gets a strikeout there. Retires Munley on 4 pitches. Pasco pitching a gem thus far. 6 1/3, 1 hit allowed, 1 run. It was unearned. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. First pitch here to Gavin Lako, the catcher. Misses outside. Count it 1-0. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Miners at bat here at Memorial Park as this game was moved from Scranton to Quakertown. That's why the Blazers are operating as the away team. This one's a towering fly ball out to left field. Sig ranged back initially, and now he's able to charge in, but he's not going to get to it in time. Took his first step back, and it drops in for a hit. Had a lot of close hit and error calls today. I believe the book goes by if the fielder didn't technically make contact with the ball, then you defer to the side of the hit. In that situation, kind of tough to give that to Mike Pasco there. Is got a towering fly ball that didn't have much power or contact on it, but nonetheless, charged to him. Runner on first now, and Lako, the catcher. Marker, the batter. He swings and foul, tips it back. Count now at 1-1. Marker 0 for 2 with the first baseman. He grounded into a double play and then struck out in his second appearance. Here's the fastball from Pasco that's flown into the protective netting. And the count moves to 1-2. One out here in the bottom half of the 7th. The Blazers trying to battle back from a 1-run deficit as Pasco gets another strikeout. That one fooling Markert on the off speed. His 2nd of the inning and his 6th of the night. So now it's Josh Botker. Botker to the plate here with 2 gone in the 7th as the home team of the Miners try to expand this lead. Pasco's first offering misses outside. Pasco coming into today had started 3 games, an 0-1 record with a 3.5 ERA. That's going to be boosting up a tad. He's yet to allow an earned run tonight. Here's the 1-0 pitch with 2 gone, and Botker was looking take all the way. It's in for a strike, 1-1. Botker, the lone run in this game as he walked, stole a base, and then came around via a base hit. Off the bat of Jeremy Cawley. He takes that one low. It's 2-1. Struck out in his first appearance. Low scoring game, which we probably could have predicted. The 2 lowest scoring offenses in the ECCBL out of the 8 teams as Pasco misses outside. It's 3-1. Fastball just yanked away from him there. And Botker into a hitter's count, 3-1. We'll see if he gets the green light with a runner on first and Gavin Lako. Outfield shifted towards left. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one bounces and it gets by Peischer. It's not going to matter all that much, though, as it is a 5-pitch gentleman's walk to Botker, his 2nd of the night in back-to-back plate appearances. So now it's Jeremy Cawley, who had the RBI base hit, which scored the first run of the game. Was right back up the middle. A tough play for Luke Caiucci as he arranged over to his right. And had a Tough hop and a play that moved him back towards the outfield grass. Would have been a tough play even if he came up with it in his glove, but it knocked right off of it. First pitch of this AB, it's in for a strike. And Jeremy Cawley is stunned by that. Steps right back in, rocking the all-white batting gear just as the rest of the minors are. White jerseys, white pants, white helmet. 0-1 pitch with 2 gone. The off-speed's in for a strike, and quickly Pasco's ahead 0-2. Pasco retired the 2 outs, 2 batters of the inning for 2 outs via a frontwards K. A chance here and an 0-2 count to the first baseman Cawley. Lako on second, Botker on first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's left outside by Cawley. One, 2 with 2 gone. Here's the pitch from Pasco. Sent right out to center field, ranging to his left is Kovac. He dives and he makes the catch. Kovac with a great play in center field, and he keeps a run off the board. We stay 1-0. We move to the 8th. The Blazers offense looks to come alive. Top half of the 8th inning, and it's Casey Vaughn, the top of the order, to lead things off here for the Blazers. Vaughn 3 for 4 last night. He's 0 for 3 thus far, looking to extend his 2-game hitting streak. New pitcher on the hill in Brandon Wozniak, the Bloomsburg righty, and a hard hit ground ball right to Cawley, the second baseman, in time at first for out number 1. And Vaughn now 0 for 4 on the night. So now it's Mason Woolwine. Woolwine reached the board all 3 times so far today. 2 base hits and an E5. He's been left stranded all 3 times, though, as the Blazers still have the donut on the scoreboard. Trying to snap out of a 2-game losing streak. Woolwine adjusting the protective gear on his ankle as he steps back in to face Wozniak. The righty deals. Popped up. High fly ball, foul territory, first base side, and the pitcher, Wozniak, calls everybody off, and he makes the catch. Hat flew off on the hill. And there's 2 gone in the top half of the 8th. A lot of fly balls in foul territory down that first base side. An F1 in the scorebook, and now Mike Pasco, the pitcher, who has pitched a gem so far, trying to give himself some offensive run support. Pasco grounded into a double play, struck out, and then flew out the center. In his 3 plate appearances, he takes that one in for a strike. Pasco 1 for 3 with an RBI last night. Takes that pitch outside. Wozniak working quick on the hill, and that one's delivered low and away. They're going pitch with 2 gone. Pasco chops this run right over the shortstop Mathis. He moves in a few steps, throws across in time for a 1-2-3 inning for the reliever, Brandon Wozniak. He does his job well. 3 quick outs. We move into the home half of the 8th. The Miners still lead the Blazers 1-0. Evan Melberger will lead things off here for the Miners in the home half of the 8th inning. A new pitcher on the mound, so Mike Pasco's day is done. His final line, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He did his job as well as he could have. 92 total pitches, and the 2 hits were questionable as well. Fly ball to left where Logan Sigg took a step backwards and probably should have been able to make the play as it was a high fly ball. And then a relatively well hit ground ball up the middle that Luke Kayuchi could not corral. That one's fouled back by Melberger. Melberger has flown out to right field and flown out to left field in his first 2 appearances. 1-1 is the count from Ben Junker, the new pitcher in the game. Swing and a miss there. It's 1-2. Junker, the right-handed pitcher from East Stroudsburg in his junior season. Next up, Luke Kayuchi charges in on this ground ball, and he gets it to first in time for out number 1. Now it's Jack Mathis. We appreciate you tuning in here on the Blazers YouTube channel. Just Rocco Pellegrino tonight, no Julian Henry, as this game was moved from Scranton to Quakertown. That's why the Blazers are operating as the away team in this game. That's why you see the visiting Miners batting in the bottom of the 8th here. A little confusing. So Jack Mathis at the plate. Flew out to left field, grounded out to shortstop, and then flew out to second base in his 3 appearances. He takes that one way inside, backing out just a tad. The lower body did. Count moves to 1-1. One retired here in the 8th. Ben Junker, the junior from ESU, delivers, and that pitch misses outside. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch with 1 gone. Inside, count moves 3-1. Mathis trying to snap out of this 0 for 3 so far tonight. Ahead in the count at 3-1, and he takes that one, and the count moves full. He's in the midst of an 8-game hitting streak, trying to extend it. That won't, but it works either way as he's aboard. He works a full count and then takes his base to first as he leaves the payoff pitch outside. So the bullpen yesterday for the Blazers issued a total of 14 walks. The first of the night here as the bullpen enters the game for the first time in the 8th inning. That's what's kept it close as the offense yet to wake up here at Memorial Park. Ben Junker issues that one to Mathis. Now it's Kopak, runner going. Peischer's throw down. It's offline. So Mathis steals second. He's in the scoring position. Two-0 count. Kopak digs back in. So that pitch missed as well. One retired here in the bottom half of the 8th. The dirt from the slide of Mathis dusting into the air. As Junker looks him back, here's the 2-0 pitch. That's outside, and it's 3-0. One retired in the bottom half of the 8th. The first base bag is open for Junker, and it would put a double play ball in order. Kopak looks the runner back and deals a 3-0. That's skied out of play, and the count moves to 3-1. Looks like Jack Mathis, the leadoff hitter, will see his 8-game hitting streak come to an end as he worked the walk, but doesn't extend the hitting streak for him, unfortunately. Kopak hitless in the doubleheader against Mercer. And then hitless tonight as well. And he works a gentleman's walk for the second time tonight. That's his second walk. He'll take his bag to first. And it's runners on first and second with 1 out for Luke Spencer, the third baseman. Back-to-back walks issued by Ben Junker. And a mound visit coming here as Mike Fitzgerald will come out to talk to his reliever. Still nobody throwing in the Blazers bullpen yet. So we will stay here as it looks like a pitching change. Probably not coming, but you never know. Back-to-back walks after getting the first out of the inning off the bat of Evan Melberger on a ground ball to Luke Kayuchi at second. So now Luke Spencer comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Pair of flyouts and a lineout. Too short. Nice play by Carter Ribbon back in the first. Spencer will step in. Junker, the righty, trying to work through some trouble here in the bottom half of the 8th to give the Blazers offense a chance in the 9th to stage a comeback and a rally. Here's the pitch showing Bunny pulls it back. Looks like it's going to be a strike as Spencer was not able to pull it back. Oh, 0-1 is the count to the 3-hole hitter and the third baseman, Luke Spencer. The righty digs into the batter's box and he leaves that pitch outside. The count now 1-1 from Junker to Spencer. Sig, Kovac will wind the outfield trio from left to right. Vaughn, Ribbon, Cayucci, Broderick. Same infield alignment from left to right as it's been all night. That pitch misses. It's 2-1. And Junker on the bump for the Blazers in relief of Mike Pasco, who went 7 innings and allowed only 2 questionable hits and 1 unearned run. Glenn Peischer doing the catcher, making his first start. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Misses outside, 3-1. Back-to-back walks issued to Mathis and Kopak, and now a 3-1 count to Spencer for Ben Junker. Bullpen struggling with command once again. 3-1 pitch. That's in for a strike. Count moves full. Second time we've seen it in the bottom half of the 8th. First to Mathis, it ended in a walk. Junker, the payoff pitch, and misses up high. And the bases are loaded. Three walks in the inning after recording the first out from Melberger. And Spencer trying to work out of it. Infield, see if they move in or play to the double play depth. Looks like they're playing a double play depth. Corners at third and first, playing a tad in. First pitch there to Munley is in for a strike, the DH, who pinch hits for Nate Dudek. Munley struck out in his first appearance at the plate. 0 for 1 on the night. Big spot here. 0-1 pitch is in for a strike, and Junkers quickly ahead 0-2. Junker had some trouble with command as well in the doubleheader on Saturday. He's ahead of the count at 0-2 to Munley, and the waste pitch misses outside. It's 1-2. Still a good 0-2 pitch as it was just outside. Mathis on third, 90 feet away. Kopak in scoring position at second. Luke Spencer at first. All reached via base on balls. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A golf-looking swing from Munley. His second strikeout of the night. And Junker gets the second out of the inning via the frontwards K. So now it's Gavin Lecoe. Coe has struck out once tonight, reached via a walk. And the questionable hit on a fly ball to left field, which makes him 1 for 2. He takes the first pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Big spot here for Ben Junker, trying to strand 3 runners of the minors. With Mathis on third, Kopak at second, Spencer at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's left, and it misses. It's 1-1. Junker up to 25 pitches in relief. Looks back to the runner at second. Count even at 1 ball and a strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. Lecoe in a 1-2 hole. Junker walks the bases loaded. He gets a strikeout for out number 2. He's ahead at 1-2. The pitch, outside, 2-2. Blazers looking for their second win at home. They're 1-5 here at Memorial Park. Trying to give the offense a chance in the 9th. 2-2 with 2 gone in the 8th. Bases jammed. It's flown back out of play by Lecoe. He stays alive. Outfield shifted just a tad to left as the runners in Mathis, Kopak, and Spencer take their lead. The 2-2. Staying alive is Lecoe. He fouls it back. Devin Markert, the first baseman, on deck. Junker trying to work out of a jam. He walked the bases loaded. He's even in the count at 2-2 in the bottom half of the 8th. Runners take their lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets out of it. He strands the bases loaded after walking 3 batters, and we move into the top half of the 9th. The Blazers with 3 outs to try to come up with a rally. Top half of the 9th. It feels weird saying that as the Blazers come to the dish. Trailing by a run, it'll be Dylan Broderick leading things off. This game was moved from Scranton to Quakertown. Hopefully the last time I'll have to reiterate that. That is why the Blazers are batting in the top half of this inning. They are operating as the road team. Dylan Broderick comes into the game with 3 strikeouts to his name. 0 for 3 on the night. Only struck out 5 times in the prior 11 games. He's ahead of the count at 1-0 and now 1-1. Walkie-talkie's coming in clutch. Wozniak still on the mound. This is a ground ball right over the shortstop Mathis. He corrals it, scoops it, and throws across in time for out number 1. And the Blazers now with 2 outs remaining. It'll be Grayson Kovac trying to come up with something here in the 9th. He was the hero in Game 1 of the doubleheader on Saturday, the walk-off base hit. He's reached the board once tonight, flies that one back into the protective netting, and he's in an 0-1 hole. Kovac 1 for 3 on the night. He takes that one, and it finds the outer half of the zone on the outside corner. The off-speed, a beautiful pitch from Wozniak. 0-2 with 1 gone. Chopped right back to Mathis. Same spot he has it. Routine play, and he makes it for out number 2. And the Blazers down to their last gasp. And it'll be Luke Caiucci trying to do something here with 2 gone in the top half of the 9th. The pitch. Skied in the air out to right field towards foul territory, and it's a foul ball. Down 0-1 of the count as Wozniak trying to record a save here tonight. Oh, 1. Misses low and away. Count 1-1. Even to Caiucci, the second baseman who's 2 for 3 on the night. Struck out in his first appearance, reached in his last 2. The pitch misses up high. 2-1. On deck, it's Logan Sig, the left fielder. It's Caiucci trying to represent the tying run on base. He has to get there first, and he chops that one foul, and now the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 gone in the 9th. Blazers down to their last strike. Trying not to fall to 4-8 on the season and 1-6 at home. Wozniak, it's 2-2. Hit out the center, shallow center. It drops in for a hit. Melberger plays it on 1 hop, and Caiucci's aboard as the tying run. Cayucci reaches aboard 3 straight times with base hits. And now it's Logan Sig. 2 gone here in the 9th. Blazers need a run to keep this game going. 2 to send it into the bottom of the 9th. And requiring the Miners to score a run of their own to keep it going in the extras. That pitch misses high and inside from Wozniak. It's 1-0 to Sig. The pitch fouled back. Count moves to 1-1. Carter Ribbon, the shortstop, stands on deck. Cayucci at first, he takes his lead. Stole a base earlier tonight as Sig pops this one up to center field. Melberger's under it, and he makes the catch, and the game is over. 9 innings shutout for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners. The pitching staff gets the job done, and Mike Pasco's gem of a performance on the hill for Quakertown goes to waste, unfortunately. Pasco's final line, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, a run. It was unearned, 4 walks and 6 Ks, and it grants him a loss. Unfortunate for him. On the flip side, the winning pitcher in this game for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners. If you're saying he has to go 5, that hasn't been the case, courtesy of Game Changer. Pfeiffer, the starter, goes 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts, so Game Changer will grant him the win. Normally it's 5 innings, but that's not what they're going to do on the Game Changer side of things. The Blazers drop to 4-8 on the season, and they stay in the 4th spot in the Northern Division. On the flip side, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Miners improve to 8-5. They are battling for that first spot currently in the Northern Division with Southside, who coming into today were 7-4. So we appreciate you tuning in on the Blazers YouTube channel here tonight, as Quakertown unfortunately falls to 4-8 and 1-6 at home. The bats just did not come alive, as Scranton only 2 hits on the night, 2 questionable hits for that matter, but it was all it took in this game. Quakertown credited with an error and 6 hits. Scranton with 2 hits, a run, and an error. So we appreciate you tuning in. It's been Rocco Pellegrino on the play-by-play side of things, as Quakertown will go on the road for the rest of the week. Tomorrow they will be at Pocono, who they lost to last night. Saturday, a doubleheader against the Trenton Generals. So with that, we'll be back here next Tuesday on the Blazers YouTube channel. We thought that would be the case last night, but this game got moved here tonight, so we're back with you. But it'll be another week until we see you next. It'll be Quakertown taking on Southside, the top seed in the Northern Division. From Rocco Pellegrino and the rest of our crew here for the Blazers YouTube channel, we are signing off. See you later.